Someone killed her. Someone on the island that day. Someone close enough to know what she used to give me each year on my birthday.
In the new film of the blockbuster novel, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Christopher Plummer is Henrik Vanger, the patriarch of a wealthy Swedish family who hires a journalist, played by Daniel Craig, to investigate the disappearance of his grandniece.
Someone in the family murdered Harriet, and for the past 40 years has been trying to drive me insane.
How did you get the part for Girl with a Dragon Tattoo?
And I suppose they thought, who old is left in the world of the theater or film?
At 82, the veteran actor is in demand. In another film this year, Beginners,
I'm gay.
Plummer plays a father who finds new life when he comes out of the closet at age 75.
I loved your mother, but now I want to explore this side.
I think you said it was the freest you ever felt in front of a camera?
Yes, I think it was. I really think so, because it was a real character, you know, something I've never played before.
I believe that wealth corrupts us all.
And after earning his first Oscar nomination in 2009, playing Russian writer Leo Tolstoy in The Last Station, Plummer is now being tipped as a frontrunner for another nomination.
In many ways, it feels like you're kind of in the prime of your movie career.
Yes, it's extraordinary to wait this long. I've worked harder and more frequently now that I'm in my 80s than I ever did before.
In the future, you'll kindly remember there are certain rooms in this house which are not to be disturbed.
He's appeared in more than 90 films, most famously as leading man in The Sound of Music. But Plummer has never quite become a movie star, in part because his heart has always been on the stage.
I always go back to the theater.
Yeah.
And that's very hard for film people, Hollywood people, to understand. Why on earth is he going back? And he must be dead, because or he's either dead or he's in the theater, which is the same thing.
Growing up in Montreal, the great-grandson of a former Canadian prime minister, he caught the acting bug in high school, and at 18 was already winning rave reviews on the Canadian stage. His first role in America was at the Westport Country Playhouse in Connecticut.
Very early 50s, I came here, and this was my American debut.
It's the audience that Plummer says he feeds off of, even if he can't always see them.
But you feel them. That's the thing. That's the ticket. And it's alive. It's a buzz.
Plummer won a Tony Award for his portrayal of Cyrano in 1974, when he played Iago in 1982, opposite James Earl Jones' Othello. The New York Times critic called it quite possibly the best single Shakespearean performance on this continent in our time.
I don't have to tell you that divorces cost more than marriages, but damn it, they're worth it, son of a...
He earned another Tony in 1997, playing actor John Barrymore. The play is now being made into a film. Plummer's home in Connecticut
This is me as King Lear.
is filled with photographs of his great roles and his great co-stars.
And this is Julie Andrews.
There is Julie Andrews.
For all of the less than nice things you've said about Sound of Music over the years, you've had only nice things to say about
Oh,
her.
well, who wouldn't? I mean, what a professional. I love Julie.
Hello?
The movie was... There were too many nuns in it, I thought.
As Captain Von Trapp, father of the singing Von Trapps, he teaches his children the song Edelweiss.
Small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me.
Have you ever sang Edelweiss in public after that?
Not on your Nelly. I mean, you were hoping, for instance, that if things got dull here, I might sing it for you here now.
I don't know.
It's a wrap.
I know you weren't initially a big fan of the movie.
Listen, I think The Sound of Music, for what it is absolutely wonderful film. I am thankful for it because it certainly helped get audiences in the seats when I went back to the theater.
Mm-hmm. That's the blessing. Did you view it as a curse in some way as well?
Yeah, because I was immediately cast in all those sort of rather uptight, young, arrogant, leading men.
You may call me Captain.
Plummer preferred playing character roles, like Rudyard Kipling in The Man Who Would Be King.
Don't do it. The odds are too great.
Sherlock Holmes in Murder by Decree.
Illustrious names indeed.
And CBS's Mike Wallace in The Insider.
You corporate lackey. Who told you your incompetent little fingers had the requisite skills to edit me?
But there was a part that got away.
Yes, I do regret that I didn't play the king in Beckett.
Plummer had won raves in the play in London, but in 1964, the film role went to another rising star named Peter O'Toole.
There can be only one justice in this country, and that is the king's.
Well, he had just made Lawrence of Arabia, you know, that tiny little film that hardly anyone saw.
It's up there with Sound of Music as one of the really bad films of all time.
Yes, I love Peter, but the son of a bitch took my part, and I'll kill him.
By his own admission, Plummer lived a wild life in his early years. In the late 60s, he met actress Elaine Taylor, who became his third wife. They've been together now more than 40 years.
In this business, it's a record breaker.
Especially for you, given your early record.
Well, I've only been married 3 times. Good God. That's not an awful lot, is it?
Well, early on, they were coming fast.
Yeah, well, every 5 years. Yeah, but at least 5 years it spent. So I got to know their names.
Why did this one stick?
Elaine's strength has really been extraordinary for me. She saved my life. First of all, I was drinking too much. And she said, if you don't stop, we're finished, we're out. So she saved my life, literally. When we do fight, which is occasionally, we always end up absolutely screaming with laughter because we suddenly see ourselves performing, and it turns into a performance.
Can you hear yourself acting sometimes?
Oh, God, yeah.
What's that like?
God, yes, it's awful. Most of this interview has been acting.
I was afraid of that.
But it's a part Christopher Plummer plays well.
So you never get tired of walking out of the wings?
No, oh, no.
Another fine performance from an actor who at 82 isn't about to leave the stage.